found an apartment and I began working as a seamstress. Having finished a design school in Greece, I was happier when I started working at the pagination department of Πρωινή, a local Greek-American newspaper. I got involved in Drivas, a Greek-American political organization, and finally I made some friends. One night, they took me to a Greek local theater in Astoria, in a basement. And I loved it. I wanted to be involved, to be part of it. I really loved working in the theater. It became part of my life. I raised my children in it. Even my son's birth was scheduled around the completion of a set for a production. My husband and I had everything ready. We went to Neptune for dinner and then on to the hospital. My son grew up in the theater. Here he learned how to run, to play. Even one night he popped up out, during a performance, he popped up out of the blue on stage. He slipped from us and there he was. It's no wonder that he got sick of it. Theater was my home. I missed Greece less. Thankfully, we were pretty poor, so that alleviated any feeling of resentment that I had that I wasn't able to go back home. Sometimes we didn't have money to pay the rent, and we would say, okay, what are we going to sell this time? When I entered New York on that Amtrak, I never thought it was going to be my last destination. Actually, no, I forgot. I went to the Washington, D.C. for a protest. In 2002, a few days before Thanksgiving, I had shortness in breath. I did an X-ray and a CAT scan, and they found a tumor in the size of an orange pressing on my breathing tube, and the diagnosis, small cell cancer. When I asked the doctor if I go about my life and I don't do any therapy, chemo, or radiation, what is the prognosis? And he said, you have 4 to 5 months to take care of your affairs. And if I go on and do the chemo and radiation, what is the prognosis? Then you have 8 to 9 months to take care of your affairs. Okay, let's go. I knew I was going to die. I realized I wasn't going to see Greece again. Imagine not having seen your country for 20 years. Sometimes my husband and I would ask ourselves, what are we doing here? I mean, why don't we go back? Literally, it didn't bring us any good coming here, not to us, not to anybody else. We were absent from our families in Greece, and really didn't mean that we made it either here. But we decided not to run this time, and make the best of our children's future, make our best of our lives here, for our children's future. They were born here, and this is where they're going to have the best opportunities. We were going to teach them how to think things out. We learned the hard way. Curtain call. It was time for my curtain call. Well, hey, I beat the odds. It took me 2 years to take care of my affairs. I fought my illness, and I wanted to put up my last production, Lyto, and I did it. The papers I really wanted, I never obtained them. Instead, literally on my deathbed, I received a bill from the hospital I gave birth to my second daughter in. You see, they were putting their affairs in order, and it was brought to their attention that I didn't pay for the few hours that they kept my baby in the nursery. And they had added interest. You see, when it comes to paying up, your status doesn't matter. Isn't it ironic? Life. There is less heartache when you don't take it too seriously.